This week on Inside the Cleveland Browns, meet offensive line coach Hal Hunter.
Like I tell those guys, I'm here because I want to be here. I'm excited about being here.
Get the inside scoop from outside linebacker Nate Orchard.
You have a great opportunity to get to the quarterback and make a lot of plays happen and be able to help your teammates out in different situations.
Go back to Baylor with rookie teammates Corey Coleman and Spencer Drango.
Give a lot of props to the cheerleaders who can sing that.
That's really fast.
Yes.
Plus a whole lot more coming up next.
What's up, Dog Pound? Good morning. I'm Dustin Fox. Sarah Carnes here to my right. Of course, an all-new edition of Inside the Cleveland Browns. We're glad to have you with us. And Sarah, it is the week before training camp, and I can tell you, as an ex-player, you kind of get the butterflies in your stomach.
I know, I'm getting excited. So during the off season, that's when a lot of the NFL players try to do those things like get married, get engaged.
Yeah, well, and Joel Bitonio, of course, we want to send little congratulation wishes to him and his lovely wife, Courtney, who just tied the knot.
Congratulations, and congratulations to Danny Shelton, who just popped the question to his girlfriend, Mara.
Sarah, it's great to get all that stuff out of the way. You get to spend time with your family. You want to get married. You want to get engaged. Get all that out of the way, and then you get to come to camp really focused.
Like family man Nate Orchard, who after last season really ended things on a high with 3 sacks after week 13.
He's turned into a heck of a football player, and we want to ask him what it means to be an outside linebacker.
I'm Nate Orchard, number 44 for the Cleveland Browns, and I'm an outside linebacker. And what that means is you have to be relentless, you have to be able to communicate with your teammates and have a passion for what you do, because it's not easy. It's not an easy position, but at the same time, you have a great opportunity to get to the quarterback and make a lot of plays happen and be able to help your teammates out in different situations. The number one goal for outside linebacker is to get to the quarterback. You have to be able to sack the quarterback. It's a huge game changer. And also, stop the run, set the edge, and not let running backs get around, which is really crucial. What I enjoy most about being an outside linebacker is just being able to relish the opportunity to play that position, because it's a tough one, but at the same time, you have a lot of guys dependent on you. Coach Slowick is someone who's committed to his players. He's not going to get in your face and yell at you, but at the same time, he'll pull you aside and let you know what your mistake was and help you get better. That's one of my favorite things about him, is that he wants you to succeed at every level, and he'll put in the time and the effort to make you a better player. The beginning of this year has been crazy to me as a player, just because with the coaching changes and players coming and going, that's just all part of the National Football League. But at the end of the day, I know that we got a great staff, a great head coach, someone who's very energetic and guys look up to. And you can just feel the energy when you come into the facility. And so the first meeting with Coach Jackson was intimidating. Guys really had to put their egos aside and really understand what his philosophy was and is. And he's someone that you respect very, very much. And everything he says, you believe. And I know guys are really excited and believe him, and going forward, I know we're going to do some great things.
Let's get better today. Let's get better today. Here we go.
Going into training camp, I'm really excited, because this is an opportunity for everyone to come in and make a statement and earn their starting job. And I'm just excited for the competition, because that's what the league's about. You got to compete every single day, whether it's practice, but especially in training camp, because that's where jobs are earned and lost. I mean, last year when I first got here in the beginning of training camp, it was such a roller coaster, because my wife got pregnant, and it wasn't easy. She had struggled with not being able to keep food down, and so I had to help her go to the hospital, get some fluids in her. But we got a beautiful baby girl here now. She's 2 months, and she's a thing of beauty, and it was worth every single step that it took to get us here. But I'm excited. I got a beautiful family, 2 beautiful daughters, and my wife at home. At the end of the year last year, I felt like I really came on strong and was doing things. I was really proud of myself with the playbook, getting that, and the speed of the game and the physicality, just getting used to that. And now heading to my second year with this new staff and what the defensive coordinator is doing, we're going to do some really good things coming off the edges. And so I'm excited to get after the quarterback and make some big plays.
Well, back in 2014, Orchard won the Ted Hendricks Award for the best defensive end in all of college football, and the Browns just drafted another Hendricks Award winner, Carl Nassib, out of Penn State. So I'd imagine a very competitive fall camp coming up.
Yeah, rookie Rashard Higgins is also going to have a lot of competition this year with the loaded wide receiver talent we have. He's here in this week's Browns Blitz. Let's see how he handles the heat.
The thing I'm most excited about playing in Cleveland is bringing back a winning tradition. I know for me, when I went to CSU, they had been on a losing spree and all that kind of stuff. So I know they just brought Coach Jackson in, and I'm with it. I'm all in, and I'm ready. I'm here to win. So I know what it feels like. I know what it takes, and I'm here to do it. The greatest play I've ever been a part of was Utah State game. It was a play where Garrett Grayson just threw the ball deep. It was to almost get us in field goal position to win the game, and he did that, and I caught the ball, and that was the greatest moment of my football career. 18-172 in my profile means I was drafted 18th receiver, pick 172, and it just means a lot because I don't think I should have got drafted at where I was at, but you know what? That's motivation. Coming in, playing for the Browns, knowing that I got a chip on my shoulder. Teams better watch out, man. So when I get my opportunity, I'm gonna make the most of it.
Higgins was a heck of an athlete at Mesquite High School in Texas, where he competed in 3 sports. In fact, he averaged over 15 points a game in hoops, and he ran track and field as well, where he competed in multiple events.
Well, Hollywood was also an All-American at Colorado State. Now keep it right here, Dog Pound. We'll be right back.
Coming up on Inside the Cleveland Browns, rookies Corey Coleman and Spencer Drango tour the College Football Hall of Fame.
And he was like, no, this is for players. And I was like, I am a player. He's like, no, for like players who kind of like are here for the awards. And I was like, I had to pull out my badge.
And meet Coach Hunter.
All right, Drango, let's not be the friendly tackle from Baylor now. Punch a hole through that bag.
Welcome back to Inside the Cleveland Browns. Now, before becoming a Cleveland Brown, both Baylor teammates Corey Coleman and Spencer Drango attended the 2015 College Football Awards. And before the ceremony, they checked out the College Football Hall of Fame where it was held.
I'm Corey Coleman.
Spencer Drango, we're here at the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta.
You know, we're having a great time. We're both, you know, it's a big honor and we're blessed to be here.
You know, this place is unbelievable. If you ever get a chance to come out down to Atlanta, highly recommend it. It's really cool, especially if you're a big college football fan.
All right, so right now we're in the alternate helmet room. Best one's right behind this curtain. Bam, right there. You know, the first time we wore that was, I think, West Virginia? Maybe that game right there. I don't know which one that's TCU from last year. I think the first time we wore it though was the blackout and the chrome helmet. So first West Virginia. Oh, there it is. Worn 6 times since 2003. The original plan called for a matte gold helmet. The Baylor equipment staff came up with a solid gold chrome concept. So there it is right there. Best helmet in this place.
On board, you go Bears. We're gonna show the old Baylor spirit through the and through go Bears. Come on and fight with them. And this is fast. Bold, and all the victories of green and gold. B-A-Y-L-O-R. Baylor Bears fight. Come on and fight with them. Your Bruins bold, win all your victories for the green and gold. B-A-Y-L-O-R, Baylor Bears fight. That is entirely way too hard to say. I give a lot of props to the cheerleaders who can sing that.
That's really fast.
Yes, entirely fast. Ooh, you'll get a sneak peek at the
Yeah, they go.
College Football Award Show set. We're going to walk out on it right now.
There goes Spencer face.
Camera's gonna be sitting up here. Derrick Henry. Oh man, all right. So you can kind of look around. Treadwell. You can see everyone. Is it the family that sits next to him?
There's Spence.
Yeah.
Is it? So it's me and my family.
Probably that whole row.
All
You
right.
and your family?
Yeah. Finally. finally a victory over Corey Coleman over here. I'm gonna zoom in right down there on my face, Jay. see, that's me, and then that paper right in front of him, right in front of my face is Corey. So I finally got a picture, and Corey didn't. So that's a small victory for me.
I'm happy for the big man.
After just a second ago, they were giving us aquarium tickets, and so they gave Corey his, and I was like, "Can I get mine too?" And he was like, "No, this is for players." And I was like, "I am a player." He's like, "No, for like players who kind of like are here for the awards." And I was like, I had to pull out my badge and show him that I was actually here for the awards. So it's it is what it is, you know.
Oh my God.
A lot of fun. All right, so.
Okay, let me explain this one. Come on. You talk about gloves. Okay, so you got the old school gloves. You know, in this generation, those gloves at the top would be more for bad weather if it's raining. But back then, that's all they had. They wore that every day. And you got some of the new generation that, you know, it helps keep a lot of sweat off your hands, and it's more sticky that you can concentrate and grip the ball. And then you got the ultimate Nike gloves down here, which, you know, a lot of people go with the Nike brand because they think that's the best and has the best quality. The Under Armour gloves are a little bit thinner than the Nike gloves, so it all matters what you prefer.
Click on BU again. Let's go with this one. I don't know what this play is. Cyril. Oh, this is when we win. This is the Heisman moment with T-Dub in the end zone, and you know, the ensuing kickoff on this one, Clay Fuller runs down. You don't get that one, but he runs down and somehow recovers a kick to kind of clinch the game for us. Let's see. I don't know what this one is. This Kendall running a lot. Oh, this is another view of the Immaculate Reception. So yeah, there's a lot of Griffin here. That's awesome.
This is Spencer Drango.
And this is Corey Coleman.
We're at the College Football Hall of Fame in Atlanta. Hope to see you at the bowl game.
Both Corey and Spencer were selected as All-Americans in 2014 and 2015. Now keep it right here, Doug Pound. We'll be right back. When we return, Demario Davis does a Game of Thrones Would You Rather.
Would you rather have a dragon or be a dragon?
And meet Terrell Watson's canine companion.
People think pit bulls are like so like mean and aggressive. I always tell people like pit bulls are actually like nanny dogs before they actually have the bad reputation.
Welcome back to Inside the Cleveland Browns. Linebacker Demario Davis is new to the Browns this season, so we wanted to find out a little bit more about him. He sits down with us this week to play Would You Rather.
That's tough. Hi, my name is Demario Davis, and we're playing a game called Would You Rather. Would you rather have a dragon or be a dragon? Well, I would definitely rather have a dragon. I like being a human, but to have a dragon, I'm a Game of Thrones fan, and Daenerys Targaryen, she's something special because she has a dragon. So I just like to see the type of respect that you would have just when you have a dragon. I think it takes your power level up a lot. I would definitely want to have a dragon. Let's see. Would you rather be hungry or thirsty? That's tough. I think I'd rather be hungry for a little while. Your stomach hurts a little bit when you're hungry, and you kind of get nauseous, but being thirsty, that's a whole different type of feeling in itself. I really hate the feeling of being thirsty, like you get dry mouth and you feel dehydrated. So yeah, I think I think as long as I have some water or some juice or something around, I'll be okay and I can last for a little while, but I think I can survive a little longer if I'm only hungry. That was the game Would You Rather, and thanks for playing with me.
And I'm with Demario, by the way. Water over food any day of the week. You can live longer. You can survive with water, and he survived with the New York Jets, by the way. The former third-round pick never missed a game. All right, now not everybody gets the chance to play under the lights like Demario or like myself or like a lot of other athletes, but these kids, thanks to the Adapted Football League, they had that opportunity.
Tonight is Friday night Under the Lights football program for the Adapted Football Program that's run through the Achievement Centers for Children in partnership with the Cleveland Browns. As I look around and I see all the athletes, I see all the volunteers, I see all the different families come together for one night to celebrate the talent of these kids playing football. To me, it's the best thing you could ever ask for when you put together a program.
The best thing about this is every week we come and there's so many committed volunteers, and it brings tears to my eyes every week because these people are out here. I don't know why they're here or what moves them or motivates them to come and help kids like Jack, and they're just committed and loving, and it's such an awesome experience to see the love and the dedication that all the volunteers give every week to help all these kids that have special needs.
He's been pumped up about Friday Night Lights since the beginning of the season because it's like such a big thing. They announce their name, they get to play under the lights, and it's just a very cool experience. He feels like he's part of a team. I really enjoy sports, and I'm glad that he's enjoying them also. So for me, for him to enjoy sports and want to watch the football games and the basketball games and everything, and him want to be outside playing, it's really fun to be a dad for him.
It's great to see the vehicle of football being used to bring dads together with their sons who may never have had the opportunity to participate in something this big, or who may not have that chance to play at the high school level under the lights. It means the world to me to be able to deliver that to the community. We're not just playing football, we're creating leaders and confidence, and we're building teamwork, and the kids are growing and learning at their own level, but we're learning the game of football, and that's all you could ask for as a parent, to see your kid out here catch a football, run for a touchdown, or just be cheered on by the Lou Groza cheerleaders. The whole program is really, it's exceeded any of my expectations.
Over 150 volunteers donated their time in 2015, and if you would like more information on how you can help, you can visit clevelandbrowns.com/foundation. All right, Hal Hunter, offensive line coach here with the Cleveland Browns, has been around the game his entire life, nearly 34 years as a coach, the college ranks or in the pros, and you wouldn't believe his ties to the 1989 Browns.
The only way you accomplish anything in this role is to be positive and upbeat and have a lot of energy. And I think if we have goals and what we want to do, and we see the potential in this team, and that energizes us, our enthusiasm transfers down to the players.
All right, Drango, let's not be the friendly tackle from Baylor now. Punch a hole through that bag. Hit. Right there, yo! No.
Coach Hunter and Coach Hudson, they just seem like they're right up my alley. They want to be technicians. They want to play hard. They want to finish people on the O-line, and just any good team you've been on, the O-line's always, tough guys that are finishing blocks, that are just, trying to lead the team, and I feel like they have that same mentality.
Where do your eyes go? To the number, right? Where do your hands go? Do we talk about grabbing the top of the bag? Going down?
I mean, it was really interesting when we first came in. Hugh had a meeting. He asked the team when the last time the Browns won a division. Well, it was 1989. And my dad was the offensive line coach here, and I got on a plane and went out to Denver and watched that championship game. He was coaching with the Steelers, and he came from the Steelers to the Browns. And one thing he talked about was the energy that this organization, that it was really an old school organization. He said, if you want to coach, you want to coach for one of the old school organizations in one of the tough conferences. And I remember what the old stadium was like back with Bernie Kosar. I remember what these fans were like and how exciting this place was. And so I remember what it was like, and that kind of energizes me. I mean, like I tell those guys, I'm here because I want to be here. I'm excited about being here.
Makes you feel pretty good to know some members of the staff know what it was like to be a part of the old dog pound. All right, Browns fans, don't go anywhere. We're coming right back.
Coming up next on Inside the Cleveland Browns, Terrell Watson's unique connection to his dog, Dexter.
So I guess we both get a good second chance at life, I guess you would say. He's awesome.
Welcome back to Inside the Cleveland Browns. Last week, we shared some of running back Terrell Watson's story from Azusa Pacific.
It was an amazing story, and of course, he was a foster child raised by his grandparents, so when he decided to start looking for a dog, he went the rescue route. Take a look.
My name is Terrell Watson, running back. This is my dog, Dexter. What's special about Dexter? Jeez, everything. I mean, you get a dog that is very calm and nice and just always wants to play, you know, and it's very fun to bring him out, hang out with other dogs and play with other dogs. And I got him from the APL here in Tremont. Don't really know much about his backstory. I know he's like pit and lab mix. He was a stray. I was adopted, now he's adopted, so I guess we both get a good second chance at life, I guess you would say. He's awesome. I think rescue dogs are big. I mean, because you can always go to breeder get another dog, but there's so many dogs that you can rescue that will love to have a family. People think pit bulls are so mean and aggressive. I always tell people pit bulls are actually nanny dogs before they actually had the bad reputation. You could tell they know they're getting adopted, and they will love on you 100% and be all about you, and that's the best thing. They're so grateful just to have a home. He's a hoot.
Of course, you can pick any breed of dog, but there's something special about rescuing an animal. Sarah, back in college, we rescued a dog ourselves, and there's something special about it. It really makes you kind of feel proud that you've saved an animal's life.
Absolutely, doing some real good there. Well, thanks so much for joining us again, Dog Pound. An all-new Dog Pound report coming up next. We'll see you right here next week.